All right, big homie CC. How's it going?
What's the word, gang? We back at it. We back at it.
Back at it, man. You know, always something going down. You know, every time, seems like every time I look at the news, man, I'm like, big homie CC got some wild ass shit going down, man.
Yeah, man. You know, it's always been like this for me. So it's kind of like another day in the office.
Yeah, well, we'll get right into it, man. There is this lawsuit that you are mentioned in. Also mentioned in this lawsuit is Odell Beckham Jr., Druski, and a police chief, and a couple other people that I don't really know who they are. And this is allegations that you were P. Diddy's bodyguard, which we'll address that for sure. But you were Diddy's bodyguard, and Diddy, Druski, and I think Odell or somebody else actually raped this woman, and you were the bodyguard that was there that stopped her from leaving and, you know, eventually did some other stuff to Diddy that we'll talk about also. So, what's your thoughts on all that?
My thoughts on it is this, man. In our first interview, I made this very clear. I never was employed by the Zest Monster. I don't know why I would blow the cover on all of this and then be complicit in these type of illicit activities. Nevertheless, I'm at war with the Matrix right now because it's been a lot of weird things going on. I just been keeping my head down, grinding, hustling, because, bro, I never can even remember a time when my life was peaceful. It wasn't a whole bunch of stuff going on, but I was never, ever, ever at a house with Druski, Odell Beckham, that lady, or dude. But throughout history, in my history, you know, I may have been seen pointing firearms at people. You know what I'm saying? Like, that type of stuff have went down. But bro, it say in the paperwork that I protected the plaintiff and I confronted Diddy with a gun about the comments he made about Tupac. Like I'm a crazed Tupac fan. Like that's my cousin or something, man. What's going on? Why would I be that mad at him over Tupac? Like, what's that about? And then they say the plaintiff, who's like 5'3", walked behind me and grabbed my arm when I got a firearm pointed, and then the gun went off. If you see me pulling out a gun, somebody about to die. Like, I'm not finna pull out no gun and play with it. Y'all seen my homies, y'all seen the guys, y'all know what do God do, y'all know what turn up God do, everybody know what I do. This right here is my proof that there is an active conspiracy going on. There is a transnational sex trafficking and slavery ring operating, and that they are paying people in certain platforms to try to attack me. I've defeated everybody up until this point, and I will continue to defeat everybody. Gang on the move, phone up.
I mean, so Druski came out, he denied this, and he says he wasn't even famous and he didn't even have any connections to the music industry or any celebrities at that time in 2018. Now, during this altercation, or after the altercation, I mean, the lady says she ran to the neighbor and that the chief of police came and he was the one that was kind of conspiring with Diddy and took some money from Diddy. And then that's how she got away with it. But this guy comes out and he says, well, I got proof I was in Las Vegas during those dates. So he's got receipts to where he's like, I wasn't even in that city.
Right. So shout out Ed Zappia, my lawyer. I didn't have to spend 15 grand on a lawyer. And I had to show him my receipts to show him that on that date where I was at the Porsche dealership picking up a Porsche with me and my brother on that date because that was my birthday week. You feel me? And then shortly after that, a few months later, I was in a whole shootout where I lost my teeth and all of that. Like, they don't got their facts together, you feel me? Let me be careful here. I'm gonna say this. No lady ever got raped or harmed on my watch. Have I had altercations with these guys? Yes. But if I would have been there and this would have took place, it would have went a lot different, I tell you that much. In the paperwork it say I quipped Combs about the apparent tightness of the cavity that he was penetrating. You know, and quipped means like teasing and stuff like that. And it said that I told him because he's not used to having sex with women. That is somebody watching me bully these guys and then putting that into the paperwork. People don't even know what quipped means. So then I'm watching people make fake headlines saying I was doing the slip and slide. Man, stop playing with the Gordo, man. The BH do not play like that. The Double G do not play like that. You know, people done got pistol whipped and shot and stuff like that. You feel me? But them same neighbors you mentioned, they say I pointed the gun at the neighbors and told them to go back in the house. It would be some footage of that, right? Everybody got Ring cameras, and in that neighborhood, they got CCTV cameras, everything. Where's the footage at? Cam, after you talking to me, you feel like you will see me involved in some of this type of activity?
No, absolutely not, man. And, you know, the crazy thing is she listed so many things that can be verified. Like, you pointing a gun at the neighbor. The neighbor's gonna testify that that never happened.
For sure. You
know what I mean?
They gave
like
an address.
The chief of police is gonna testify that he was in Vegas. Druski is gonna testify that he wasn't even famous and not ever met Diddy at that time. So there's like all these things, you know what I'm saying, that like it's never gonna add up. Like it's kind of crazy that she would you know, and you know, the thing is everybody does think at some point you were Diddy's bodyguard.
I don't know why that is. Why is that? Because that law firm, they tried to file this same case in October of last year. I had to pay to get my name omitted from that one before they amended it again. So now they didn't double back. And then the same law firm tried to pay me $1,000 for an interview for 30 minutes, but I turned it down. Soon as I turned it down, here come this lawsuit. It's a conspiracy going on. The Matrix is after me, but it's cool though. I'm used to this. I prepared for this, so get ready, cause I got something in the chamber for sure. Cause we in the zestiest era in human history. You feel me? And as of now, you know, I want to sit here and give Cam his honorary PhD in zestology. You feel me? You know, you are officially a zestologist. You feel me? Working for Ghoul Gang University. And I'm going to say this. Now you can tell how big your platform is because after you interviewed Q, the bodyguard, and he said what he said about Druski, now he in there. Then that photo they got of me and Jaguar Wright, that came off Cam Capone News.
Wait, they put JD in there? Is that his name? The dude I interviewed about Druski?
It's not Q, it's JD, pardon me. So everything that they saying is derived off your interviews. Cause JD said that Druski used to be at the gay clubs and all that all the time.
I come across Druski, man, and I'm gonna say this right here. Druski is cool as shit. This has nothing to do with his character or, you know, or who he is as a person, man, but he frequents some places where, you know, a man's man probably wouldn't be. You get what I'm saying? A man's man,
Yep.
A man's man probably wouldn't be there, you know. But Druski, you catch Druski in there, man. You know.
Yep, that was JD, yep.
Then the photo they got of me and Jaguar sitting side by side, That dropped on Cam Capone News. I'm famous because of Cam Capone News. They pieced they adding things from off watching your channel into this lawsuit. Did you peep that?
I did see the video, but I did not know that JD was in the lawsuit.
He not in the lawsuit, but Druski wasn't even a celebrity at that time.
Oh, okay.
A lot of this information has been derived and misconstrued off watching your platform. So shout out Cam Capone and Cam Capone News.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate it, man. Well, you do your thing, bro. You get on here and, the fans really fuck with you. They really like you. You know, they like your take on everything.
Cam, everybody would have got tied up and robbed if I would have been there. Y'all raping a lady? All bets off now. We leaving with cars. We taking, people gonna have to go to the ATM. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to just say we gonna get on no criminal activity, but once you do something like that, I'm gonna make sure that lady is compensated right then and there after this assault happens, because every 40 seconds a woman is kidnapped. 51% of women experience either interrelationship violence or violence from a man in their life. I'm not gonna be associated with that under any circumstances. Point blank, period. I'm the one who was calling all of these people out. How do I look calling these people out and then I'm over there with the Zest Monster? Man, stop it. Bro grave. Because if I would have seen it, I would have said I seen it. But what? Stop it. Stop it.
Well, are you going to actually have to go to court for this?
Yup. And I'm about to act a fool in the courtroom. After this, I need $25,000 an interview, Cam. So go ahead, tell everybody. Me and you, we're going to keep our same price because we done turned into buddies, you know what I'm saying? Like, we done became friends. But everybody else, after this, I need $25,000 an interview because I'm going to the stand. I got a real nice tailored custom Ghoul Gang suit. You feel me? I'm sipping Kool-Aid up from the stand, I promise you.
That's what it is, man. That's what it is. That's crazy that, you got to think like, did you piss somebody off somewhere along the line by the stuff that you said to where that's the reason why you ended up in that lawsuit?
None of this happened. None of this type of nonsense happened until I went on No Jumper. Because if you peep something, now remember when I said, Cam, they want me to do No Jumper. You was like, look, I'll be honest with you, BH, it'll probably do $1 million in a day with the stuff that you're saying. It's a really big platform, it'll be a good look for you. But if you notice, he didn't ask me any of the questions I went viral for. He asked me nothing related to the questions and the receipts that I sent you, and I sent them the same receipts. That ain't suspicious to you? And then
I have no idea what that was about.
And then shortly after that, the dude from Pacoima come trying to harass me, you feel me, about Busta Rhymes, right? But then as soon as I see him in person, we think it's gonna be smoke. Calm down, CC, it's just for the internet, it's just content. We know Busta Rhymes gay, but you can't be saying that. That's what he said to me. That's what he said to me. You see what I'm saying? And who is his buddy? Adam, whose father got pardoned by the Bush administration for being a criminal. You see what I'm saying? None of this weird stuff happened until I went on that platform. Facts. There's a conspiracy going on and they are part of it. These people got paid to attack me because they can't see me in the street. Ain't nobody pressed me, nobody have touched me. I've been bullying these guys nonstop, treating them like goofballs, loose cannon on their copping please. Wack was trying to teleport with his evaporate button. You see how he had his head down? Him and Elon Musk had an argument because his Starlink connection wasn't working that day. He was trying to teleport, it wasn't working. You see what I'm saying? That's what happens when you run up on me in person. Like all this, that's why I keep telling people, this is revenge of the nerds, man. Then they faking like they houses getting raided. They faked all of that. Cause that ain't even the street they stay on. I know what street they stay on. This is all weirdo activity, man. They mad. I got shit in the headlock. They pissed off. I mean, this is hurting everybody else, but it's helping me. Cause I mean, my phone ringing off the hook. I'm surrounded by members all day, every day. You try me in the street, you gonna slide into hell face first. You see what I'm saying? Don't nobody wanna do that. And look, when I show up to court, you're gonna see a bunch of goulas. I'm gonna summon my star witness cam, you feel me? Me and Gam gonna have to be in the court, and that's just that. There is a conspiracy going on, cause they stole your questions instead of asking me the questions that would've went viral. Then they tried to give me the backdoor King Yella. I wouldn't allow that. Then people calling me from No Jumper trying to get my address. I never gave them that. What they want my address for?
Okay, now what did happen with you and King Yella? Adam had an issue with you, and he said, he had one day planned for you to do some bodyguarding or something. He accused you of backdooring him by telling Yella, that what was going on.
Bro, how do I look? Backdooring one of the folks from where I'm from for that dude. He reaches out to me saying he want to hire me and Dugar to be his security for the porn awards. He said he's worried about King Yella doing something to him. He tells me he got King Yella banned from the convention center. I called and got him unbanned. So Dugar and Yella get on the phone. Dugar say, I'm gonna need you to stand down. Yella say, bro, I'm not standing down. I gotta at least spit on him and do something. It's gonna have to be what it's gonna have to be. So I take the initiative to go, look, we not playing it like that. We gonna have to show people what's going on, because this the top level right here. We move tactical. And when I did the interview, I could tell Adam was perplexed by the fact that we was having a conversation. He wasn't expecting to be in front of somebody who had the capacity mentally that I had. Like, I seen the fear in his eyes. I know I study everybody before I come around him. I knew he was a frugal guy. Shout out Filio. I knew he was a frugal guy. So I called Laura and pushed the interview back 2 hours. She said, you're so nice. Most people call and be rude, so I got you. So I know he not gonna pay security for them extra 2 hours. I know this guy. When we show up, there's no security there. We the only people to go into No Jumper armed to the teeth. We had the ups on him then. We had the ups on him every other time. Everything I do is strategy. I planned all of this. So when it comes to this, I'm saying it right here. They are complicit in what's going on. We sent the cease and desist to Adam. He posts me every day. His channel posts me every day. They obsessed with your boy. They post me every day. I don't respond to them no more because this activity is beneath me and it's trying to deviate me from my path and my cause. So I'm not even gonna respond to none of that activity no more, because I don't have to. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't understand what all that Yella problem was about, or that he was accusing you of backdooring him. That was kind of crazy.
He tried to pit us against another Chicago man, a black man. How do I look allowing that? So I had to make a big homie call. Hold on, we not doing that. So shout out Stacy Brookshire, you feel me? Big bro had patched me and Yella in, you feel me? We had the conversation, you know what I'm saying? And we was able to put that to bed. You know, I just didn't expect for nobody to be recording it. But what I realized is, like, all this YouTube content creation, I'm not a content creator. These guys recording every phone call, stuff like that, you feel me? I get it, you know what I'm saying? Shout out King Yella, shout out folks, you know what I'm saying? But like, you not finna, I don't care. And then Adam didn't even want to pay the fee. I said, look, I got a staff of 12 people. He wanted only bring me and Dugar. We can't keep you safe. Yella got an army. People like to try to paint Yella like he just some goofball. That's far from the truth. That is far from the truth, man. Dude got an army and motherfuckers love him. And they gonna ride, they gonna slide for him. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody love Adam like that. They gonna slide for him, man. Fucking hillbilly.
Well, I thought we would switch into some of the biggest news going down, man.
All right.
There was some really sad news coming out of Dallas, man. Hood fame Little Ronnie and his 5-year-old daughter were killed. I feel so bad for that little girl and her family, man. That's kind of crazy, man. You know, what's your first thoughts on that?
First and foremost, rest in peace to that little lady. She did nothing to nobody. She didn't harm anybody. She didn't deserve to lose her life like that. Rest in peace to the guy, Ronnie. You know, sins of the father is something that exists. It's something I had to experience myself, something I had to overcome. Under no circumstances do I feel like exacting violence upon children is ever acceptable. You know, this is why I try to tell people, like, you know, the street code and the street rules are a myth because people are selectively being gangster. You know, there are no rules of operation no more. People just doing anything. I remember a day that if you did something like that, people would come see about you for that. These things are no longer the case. You know, the war on drugs, which is really a war on the inner city and the power structures and the street tribes, removed all leadership, and without leadership, there can be no discipline or no order. And then now we're watching the era of the crack babies' children that are running the streets. So now everything is haywire. There's no rules or regulations no more. You got guys with switches, turning semi-automatic handguns into rifles with no stock on it. So anybody's gonna get hit. On the video, you see the guy Ronnie running. They chase him down, gun him down. So that means they shot the car up first. They seen the child in there. The boys killed a baby. And then in the getaway car, the guy left his ID in the car. We've seen that same movie hundreds of times. You know, these guys aren't calculated. They're callous and malice murderers, and they deserve what they about to get. Straight up like that.
How would you have handled that if you were bodyguarding him?
If I was bodyguarding him, you know, we're not going to be at that car wash first and foremost because he's had other friends that died at that car wash. And people know that if you drive a Hellcat, Challenger, stuff like that, they know when the weekend comes or after it rains, a weekend comes, sit on the car wash. You're going to catch your op. These are things we know. To properly mitigate risk, you got to be able to identify threats. How I would have handled the situation, first and foremost, if there's an active threat against your life, there's going to be no child with us present. And if we have intel that a buddy of yours had just robbed your enemies at a dice game, we probably going to be going dark for a couple of days at a time. Because normally what I do is when I got a client who have a threat like that, I go put them up in a high-rise hotel or a condo on an Airbnb because from that point, we got several points of entry that we can protect before they can get to you. It's things that you got to go through to understand this, but there are definitely levels and differences because it's no way I would be outside with my child if I know for a fact that one of my homies just did something foul. And we know that he have powerful enemies. And what took place is just part of the game. You know, we've seen this throughout history. You know, like women and kids are supposed to be off limits. You know, sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. And, you know, violence is never the answer, but sometimes it is a solution. I'm gonna leave it at that.
What do you think about the lady did you see the video of the lady that came out where she kind of talked about, like she was the getaway driver, I guess, and she kind of denied knowing anything about a kid or knowing anything about what they were going to do?
I saw that, but she the one put the tracker on the car for the law to find the car. And she's going on there to say that to save face, because if you live by the streets, you either win or you perish by the streets. So she's putting insurance on herself by going on camera saying that, because when it's time to put belt, you know, that belt don't discriminate, and she know the belt coming. Straight up. She shouldn't have been involved in that at all. Nonsense. Our community gotta do better, man. I don't know what our obsession is with just buffoonery, just monkey activity. I don't know what our obsession is with it, but it has to stop. Something must be done, seriously. Killed that little girl, that's crazy.
One of the things that came out of this is, you know, Charleston White, you know, he's known for saying some wild things, and, you know, he came out being really disrespectful to this 5-year-old girl, you know, saying F that baby, basically, you know, challenging anybody who wants to do something or anybody who has a problem with what he's saying to come die about it, you know. A lot of people are pretty mad at him for that.
Charleston White is the only person I've seen that's uncancelable. I feel like what he's doing is necessary for the culture, because sometimes we can be sheep-like as a whole and just go with the flow of things no matter how ridiculous it is. Charleston has lived up to his words about saying he's gonna stand on his 10, he's gonna match you with violence if you come to him with violence. We've seen him get arrested several times. We've seen him hit people with he macing people, hitting people in the head with the cattle prodder. You know, he's not playing. When you decide that you're gonna accept the task that God gave you, sometimes you have to hurt feelings and you have to hurt people. You know, in the Bible, God killed more people than the devil did. You know, I don't think people realize that him saying what he's saying is basically saying, listen, if y'all really cared about that baby, y'all would police y'all own neighborhoods and tell people to stop doing what they're doing. If you know that little Ray Ray and Sam that killed a kid, how can they walk on your street without being killed? In our community, we must learn to police ourselves. If not, Trump said this. He said, black people, what do you have to lose by voting for me? If you're not careful, you can be rounded up and become slaves again. And we're watching it happen right now. We're slaves to modern media. Whenever these platforms post destructive information in our community, it goes up. And then we see certain channels try to deviate from that path, and then these same people will criticize that page because they're not posting negativity all day. Charleston White is being extremely negative to these people, and it goes up. He's booked, he's hosting clubs, he's doing comedy shows. Some guys that jumped on the stage and they didn't have to fight them. He's came out against Islamic military groups to the point where law enforcement had reached out and told him he probably shouldn't do that. I support him wholeheartedly. You know, I don't agree with him saying derogatory terms toward the child and stuff like that, but every man has his own plan. And in order to heighten and raise the thought process in our community, you need a person like him. You need people like myself. You know, everybody have to get out their feelings and make a change. Point blank, period.
What do you think about Charleston White not having a bodyguard?
If Charleston legitimately felt like there was a threat against his life, he would have a bodyguard. He's in his community active daily. He's outside in his car. He be going live in parks You know, he's driving around. He's still going to the mall with his girl. He's still at his daughter's graduation. He's in his community active. Nothing is happening to him.
No, he's been assaulted. There was a video where he got hit in the head. He was in a barber shop. And then, you know, recently he was arrested for some pretty serious charges. And we don't really know how he got those charges dropped. I believe Rainwater said that it could have been for an actual shooting when he had to defend himself.
It's two things. Either the shooting incident popped back up after all these years, or when they tried to attack him, he threw the microphone at him, and you remember, on stage.
I did the same thing. I had an open invitation for anybody to come and die if you feel like you want to take the test. Charleston is telling these people, hey, look, if it's this serious to you, I'm gonna be right here, come on. You see what I'm saying? I'm not scared of hell or jail. Neither is Charleston. Something gotta be done. You gotta confront this type of evil head on. You can't nitpick with it. If somebody was that mad, they would have tried to kill him. Somebody punched him, yeah. You know, he called the police, but he went to jail too. You see what I'm saying? 'Cause apparently he maced the cat and there was a dog that was in the car with him. He maced all of them and got animal cruelty charges.
He did have that charge too. I forgot about that one.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I don't agree with him speaking derogatory toward the child, but he's right, man. Like, you know, you could take it back to when Preacher and his crew was out, you know. They the ones who took Rich Porter's nephew, killed the baby in Chicago. They killed the kids out there. I've been seeing this for years, you know, like, that's why, like, all of this, who's a snitch and who's this, I'm a street person, this, are you a man first? Morally, what's your compass? What do you stand on? These are things that are more valuable. We harboring on these street rules, which have only caused destruction in our community. It's nonsense. There must be growth. If not, we will be going extinct. Point blank, period. But I want everybody to know I'm not Charleston White, you feel me? If you think you're gonna punch me or anything like that, you know, you open to try, but it's not gonna work out for you. Y'all seen how the two weirdos in California was trying to play, then the guy in Chicago. We pushed up on everybody, and everybody caught pleas. Everybody caught pleas, straight up like that. Charleston gotta do what he gotta do, just like I gotta do what I gotta do. I support Charleston 100%, straight up like that. No dissing the dead and kids though. You feel me? That's his plan, that's what he do. I don't agree with all of that, but somebody gotta say something, because outside of him, who's saying something? Who else is saying something, man? This shit wild to me. They talking about baddies still. I'm watching grown men watching the baddies, arguing about it in the comments. That's wild. And a little girl just got killed. They need to be over there in their hood every day telling the shorties, look, we ain't going for this. Or it's just gonna have to be all out war. No. Bro Graves. Shout out to the guys.
How bad do you think it's going to be for the guys that got caught in jail?
It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly. They gonna have to PC up fast, especially when they go to that prison. Whoo, they don't play about that type of activity against them babies, bro. It's gonna be wicked. It's gonna be wicked. They don't care where they see you up in there. They could be in an infirmary, church, library. They see that paperwork, you coming on any deck. They see that work, they see what that charge is. They might not even give you no chance to fight. They might try to house you on bro. They might try to get them points, bro. Great. I know I would.
It's gonna be bad for him.
Cause where I come from, you ain't even finna make it to get arrested.
They arrested him pretty fast though. It was only what, a couple days and they had him?
Man, any place y'all would have went to where y'all stayed at was gonna get fanned up, relatives getting blinked, all type of stuff would have happened where I'm from. So it's kind of like, then they going behind that wall is wicked. And one of them was a sex offender too. One of them was
Seen that.
It's ugly. There should be no place for these type of people in our community as black people. Period. It must stop.
Well, I came across this video, and it's a video of Snoop Dogg and 50 Cent, and they're at a concert, and 50 Cent has his Lamborghini there. And Snoop walks right by the security guard and gets in 50 Cent's Lambo and takes off. And then 50 Cent comes out and goes, "Where's my Lambo?" And he's like, Snoop took it. And he didn't stop him because it was Snoop. You're bodyguarding 50 Cent's car, and Snoop Dogg walks up and wants to take off in it. What are you doing in that type of situation?
You're not taking off in that car, man. You feel me? Like, we're not finna go for that. Especially, I've been in situations where I'm the bodyguard. You know, I got the keys to a car I really can't really fit in. And I just gotta sit next to the car or like keep the door open and sit on the side and people wanna get in the car and stuff like that. I was bodyguarding a guy one time and his Ferrari got scratched because I let somebody drive the car, but it was the valet, you feel me? And that had to come out my pay. So it's kind of like, when it comes to them guys in their cars, them like they collectors, they trophies. They take that very serious. And I remember when he got that car and got it wrapped, you not finna get in that car, get nowhere near it. You know, I might have to hit Snoop with the stiff arm for that one. Cause a car like that, one scratch, like 5,000. I can't drink Kool-Aid for a month. I can't go for that. That ain't gonna work for me. I ain't gonna lie to you, no doubt.
Why do you think the bodyguard wasn't more strict or didn't put his foot down? You think he was just scared to tell Snoop no?
Sure, for sure. And then I'm sure Snoop had his security there too. A lot of security, bro, like, they don't really be savages. Because what people don't know is, as security, you train, the first thing you supposed to do is call the police. You see what I'm saying? That's why I charge what I charge, because, you know, you better come get me out of jail. That's why I get contracts, you feel me? Because I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You better come get me. Otherwise, you know, it's his little things in the contract, and if you don't, then you're gonna have to owe some more on the back end. So, you know, that was me. You know, I'm finna demonstrate. You know, ain't nothing to talk about. Stay away from broke car. Phone now. We ain't don't even think about getting in it. Matter of fact, y'all get back. Phone now. And I'll make you get back. On the guys.
Well, you know, we don't really talk about sports too much, but I thought I would get your take on this Stephen A. Smith versus LeBron James. You know, the video dropped and went viral, and LeBron is chewing Stephen A. out, and we later learned that it's about his harsh criticism of Bronny James being on the Lakers. A lot of people don't think that Bronny James is good enough to be in the NBA.
Right. This is what I be talking about. Stephen A. don't have children. He's employed by people who don't look like him. He's paid to antagonize people who look like him. In the private sector of the world, they stick together. They put their people on. They get praised for getting their son a spot as the CEO. The founder, the operator, the head man at Louis Vuitton, after careful consideration, just anointed his 29-year-old son to be the CEO of Louis Vuitton. He's getting praises for it. LeBron, who's been a philanthropist, he's never been caught cheating on his wife, no domestic violence, no arrest, ushered his son into the NBA as a draft pick, and people mad about it. And you know who mad about it? His own people. Clown shit, monkey shit. The hate gotta stop. You supposed to press somebody for playing with your son. Period. He should have slapped him. Stephen A gets paid we got $100 million deal. And your name is always in the headlines for doing what? Bashing people of your same skin tone. But then they get on ESPN and put on that cowboy hat and my friend, Mr. Jerry Jones, with his country accent, buck dancing like a goofball. Clown activity. Clown activity. I don't respect it. I do not respect it. Bronny's a kid, man. He's a kid. You mad because his pops the man got him a job? He's supposed to get his son a job. Cam, if you had a son, you done built a multi-million-dollar news network online. Your son been operating the cameras. He been shooting with you in the gym, helping you build it up. It's time for you to chill. You wouldn't throw your son an alley-oop?
I would want my son to earn it for sure. I would want him to put in the work and get it, you know, through hard work. And I would want my son to get it because he deserves it, you know, not because he's my son.
Bronny don't deserve it? He dominated high school. He went to college. He stayed out of trouble. He didn't have kids before marriage. He followed in his father's footsteps. You don't get drafted in the second round if you can't hoop.
I think Bronny is a good player.
Right.
And I'm not saying he don't deserve to be drafted, but I mean, if you've seen him on the court with NBA players, I don't think he's ready. I think he should be in the G League for a while.
For sure. He was in the G League, wasn't he?
Well, they brought him up a few times to play in the NBA, and he didn't do too good.
But he went to the G League.
Right.
But at the end of the day, your pops is LeBron.
Hey, look, if I'm the Lakers and LeBron says draft my son to keep me, I'm drafting his son.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just,
I'm doing whatever LeBron says.
Facts. And then, bro, the NBA is a business. Bronny's jersey is one of the top sellers in the league.
Right.
I'm in Cleveland right now. This LeBron land. You see what I'm saying? I was here when they won I was here with Chuck when they won the championship. You see what I'm saying? I was there at the parade. I'm walking down the street seeing the people show all the players love. We in the club. When Bron walk in, I seen little females crying when they sing, bro. His son where he's supposed to be with his pops. And the people hating on that's a flaw in your character. You're being a hater. The people hating on him is 25 years older than him. You a hater. And Bron did what he supposed to. If that was my son, he would have slapped the rest of the hair off his head, bro, grave. Ripped up, he would have been in a wife beater. They would have caught Stephen A in the parking lot, put hands and feet on him. He ain't on ESPN for a month now, jaw broke, told him, watch out, dude, you was a goofy on the game. Motherfuckers be hating on, bro. It's a full-time job not to kill niggas, I ain't gonna lie. To play with your son in the NBA, you know what type of accomplishment that is? Where all of the outside distractions just attacking the youth. All of the outside possibilities that can happen, the man got there. Then he had a whole heart attack. Overcame that. They should be giving Bronny his props, man. He's surviving in a league playing with the most talented players in the world. The man deserved to be there, point blank period. Straight up. Don't be mad because his pop's the GOAT. We ain't see Michael Jordan's sons in the NBA. We ain't see that.
No, Michael Jordan's son just got arrested for some coke.
Right, and Bronny is in the league. Man, LeBron, 66,000 minutes, man. We ain't never seen nobody perform at this level at this age, man. Shout out to Bron, they tripping. Stephen A. bogus. Oh, bro, he bogus. Leave his son, you don't got nothing to talk about? Now Stephen A got his nephew on his show, and he clowning his nephew every chance he gets. LeBron, I'm on his son getting clowned, dude. Watch out. Stupid man. Stupid man with the stupid plan. Stupid guy.
What do you think about Cardi hooking up with new guys and breaking up with Offset?
Man, bro, she gotta do that. You feel me? Like, you know, Cardi had a lot to do with Offset getting out of that deal with QC. Like, you know, because his money was fucked up. You see what I'm saying? So, like, I know she spent some M's on helping him get on his feet and stay afloat. And she so betrayed by him, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of dudes can't keep their dick in their pants, so I don't know why they get married. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that, you know. For a lady like that to go from being outside in the street to being at home, being a mother, this is why, that type of shit right there is why I ended up having famous girlfriends sometimes, because when you a famous lady, it's a lonely world, because everybody don't really give you your proper respect because you a girl, and then you end up being lonely, because like a lot of dudes be backdoor, so you know, it's a touchy situation, because like I don't really like speaking on. I fuck with Cardi. That's the homie. You know what I'm saying? I know she did a lot for Offset, and all she really asked him to do was be faithful and not embarrass her, straight up. So you know, shit. If my girl had M's and she helped me get out my deal, get a new deal, I'm still riding in Maybachs. You see how Lil TJ and them treating Offset, calling him broke, saying he a bum, all that type of stuff, you feel me?
He lost like, what was it, a $5,000 bet or something?
He had lost like, I think 100 in the casino, and Lil TJ gave him a 10. He lost that. And then he gave him some more, and he never paid him back. He dodging his calls and shit like that, but now you want to link up and fight. Like, man, pay that man his count, shit. The inbox, keep it gangster. Shout out Cartier Body and the Rari, bro. That's the homie on the gas.
You think Offset is going broke because he won't pay little TJ back this $10K? Or you think he's just like, oh man, that fool little TJ, he ain't gonna do nothing?
I do believe that. But I don't think Offset just flat broke, because I know he got a wicked watch collection. Like some of them watches he got is worth several $100,000. But you know, bro, like Offset, he'll take your shit, bro. You feel me? Folks are gangster, bro. He'll take your shit. So like, you know, I think he look at TJ as a goofy, probably.
Actually, Offset is calling little TJ out for the fade.
Now you from California. Now you want to fade. Ain't nobody called me out for a fade. That's crazy. You ever noticed that, Cam? Ain't nobody called me out for a fade. What's that about?
Bro, let me tell you, bro. The big guys are the last guys to get called out for the fade, dog. Come on.
Hey, but you see, ain't nobody want to fight DW Flynn.
DW's well, he's not as big as you, bro, but he's not a small guy, bro. From what I understand, bro. I think he looks a little smaller on camera than what he actually is.
Cause Cam, I got these bitches. You can ask any of the guys, bro. They'll tell you, look, BH like to fight. Like they play with them. I don't even really like guns like that. But when it come to these, you gotta be a bad man to beat me. Cause I'm trained in everything dangerous, but like I'm gonna try to gouge your eyeballs out. Cause like this ear, a certain amount of weight, it'll begin to tear. I'll take that off your head, bro. Pause.
You going Mike Tyson style?
No, I'll use my hands to do it though. Mike wild to bite, but I'll pull it off you for sure.
One of the things I kind of seen you touch on was that, you know, Kanye, when he came through with one at the latest awards, man, he had his wife in like a really see-through dress. You know, what was your thoughts on that?
Kanye is at war with the Matrix right now. Just to give you a little bit in order to prepare for the future, you have to study history. So if you study history, you know, affluent white male slave owners used to walk around with voluptuously shaped slaves, women, and parade them around in scantily clad outfits, have them walking around barefoot, naked, you know, while they out to dinner and fancy restaurants to show off their property. And Kanye West is emulating this type of activity. He's doing that as a middle finger to the establishment, basically. That's why he's doing that. This is something that took place throughout history, you know. In my conversations with him, he said he's fighting evil right now. You know, he's making anti-Semitic comments. Recently, he was just seen with a shirt with a swastika on it. And, you know, the swastika was never something associated with evil until the German guy Hitler got a hold of it. Previously to that, it was a religious symbol. So that's why he feels like he's fighting evil, because certain levels of evil that's operated on this planet have turned positive things into a negative. So when you see Kanye out with Bianca Censori and he's got her looking like that, he's blatantly imitating how racists they used to do women born in Africa. They used to do them the same exact way. So if anybody want to know what's going on, I just told you what's going on. The guy's not just out of his mind, you know. He considers himself Michelangelo. He considers himself an artist. He sees the world in colors, and he feels like he's fighting against the establishment right now. And that's just what's going on. You know, I'm not anti-Semitic. You know, I don't have problems with nobody unless you are abusing women and kids. Protect women and kids is what I stand for. That's what me and my team is on. And that's just how we coming on the gas. You know, Kanye is at a level where he's at that billionaire level. So, you know, he feels like there are people in power who want to keep him at a certain level. And he feels like it's up to him to make that breakthrough. And shit, I salute to him, you know. When it comes to him, most things aren't what it seems on the surface. You gotta really do your due diligence, do the education when it comes to Kanye. And he's not just a maniac, like the guy's an actual genius, for sure. He said, I'm not bipolar, I'm a superhero. He snapped. Snapped.
One of the things that kind of went viral, man, is Jackboy is accusing Kodak of being in PC. And also snitching on somebody while he was in jail.
Man, if it ain't no paperwork, it's just hearsay. And then, bro, Kodak's so famous, bro. Certain jails, they don't care what you say. They don't want no famous person dying on their watch. You going in that PC, straight up. And you gonna have to petition and get up out of there. Cause they gotta be able to keep you safe. Cause I ain't gonna lie, bro. And Kodak look like he be zooted on the gas. You don't wanna go up in there with them sharks and you zooted like that, boy. He probably in PC till he come down. Cause you don't wanna be going through withdrawals. What, going through withdrawals? And you on the deck? Or you on a little dorm? Well, you be passed out, took all your stove. They done took your mat. Somebody got double mat now. You in there shitty, bro, grave. Oh, man, Kodak a gangster, bro. Like, and then, bro, he got enough money to put book money on 10 motherfuckers' books. They ain't gonna let nobody touch him. Listen, when it come to Kodak and Jackboy, that's the same shit with Wayne and Birdman. There's too much history there. You gotta stay out of that. People need to stay out of there, bro. That's just like Wayne and Birdman. You see what I'm saying? Soon as they see each other, they gonna either make up and be brothers again or somebody gonna die, bro, straight up. Cause the tough guys work hard to get along with each other, cause if not, somebody's gonna die. You see what I'm saying? And it's been a couple of attempts on Jackboy's life since him and Kodak been beefing. So you automatically know there's been attempts on Kodak's life, cause Jackboy a gangster too. And, you know, I know about other things that be going on in between them. It's been a lot of back and forth. For sure, for sure.
There was a video released from Jackboy's house where somebody, was it him? Somebody that shot at him or his brother or somebody.
They tried to smoke him and his brother.
Yeah.
And you know, and then bro, when it comes to the Zoes, they some Zoes, they Haitians. Like the Zoes, they play by their own rules. You see what I'm saying? They do things a lot different. The level of violence is way harsher. You know, and then they be operating on a spiritual aspect with it too. You feel me? So you gotta understand, like when it comes to that, I encourage all people stay out of that shit with Jackboy and Kodak, bro. Point blank period, because there's too much history there. And it's things, I'm sure Jackboy taking shit to the grave that he know about that he didn't probably even did for bro. Cause you know, I know some things about them. And you know, Jackboy was the one who really get wild. You know how Duke out here is for me?
Yep.
That's how Jackboy was for him. So you know, anything Duke got asked for, I make sure he get it right away. Because he earned that. You know, at the end of the day, bro, when you're in a leadership position, like if you indulge in any type of drugs, you know, it's gotta be in moderation, because like your members will start looking down on you like you ain't big homie no more if they see you off your square a lot. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm only gonna fuck around with shit that's gonna put me into that shark mode. You know, I ain't finna be doing shit, like I ain't finna be getting too drunk, cause you gotta understand, once you in that leadership role, you can't just think for yourself, you gotta think for the team as well. So if the team don't trust you to make them choices, they gonna branch out like, hold on, I'm big homie now, you tweaking. And that's what he going through right now. You sitting in the street eating chicken, you know what I'm saying? You on camera saying you smoking meth. Boy, them sharks smell blood. You might get bit on the gas. I seen this, right? I seen these things, bro. I seen it. Before them grads. And I've been getting into so much shit like for the last 25 years probably. I feel like children, cause all the men I respect, when them kids came, they slowed it down. They said, oh, okay. It ain't just about me no more. I'm thinking about that right there. I'm trying to find me a good lady I can marry and have me a shorty. Cause it be getting wild. Because you know, like, me and the dude Combs, bro, we done had some run-ins, bro. And like the fact that they got me in that lawsuit still got me feeling strange, because it's another lawsuit coming too, though. I'm gonna give you an exclusive. It's a guy right now who shopping a video. He missing these 3 fingers right here. He claiming I'm the reason he don't got them fingers. But the guy's a pedophile, you see what I'm saying? Registered sex offender pedophile. You know, we ended up going on a retrieval and encountering him. And he's saying that I took the fingers off his hand. So the lady from TMZ called me saying he shot and shopped this video. And then there's another lawsuit coming from another Diddy accuser. You feel me? Saying that they see me having a fight with his people and shit like that. So it's gonna be lit for the next year or two. So just giving you the heads up, man. You know, you can air that. You can keep that in there because it's coming.
Did you ever expect to have all these lawsuits when you started to do interviews?
Honestly, no, I didn't. But, you know, I keep a lawyer on retainer, though, just in case. Because I never got nobody sued. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought I made it very clear that I pivoted my business from working with artists and athletes and just started protecting women because they are a lot more transparent with the job. And if one basketball wife trusts you, they gonna say, girl, you can't buy him. Then, you know, another one gonna hire you. And then I was able to build my business that way. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm seeing guys like Like the dude Coffee, go on there and say he grew up with me and I'm a goofy guy. The man, 50 years old. How did you grow up with me? You from Maywood. I'm from the south side of Chicago. And I got the video, we pushed up on him. He said the video, he said it was AI. He said it wasn't even him. He said it was AI, bro. You saw that?
I did it.
These guys is clowns, bro. Straight dorks, bro, grade. So, you know, I'm just, I'm loving life, though. I'm out here in Cleveland. Everybody in Cleveland, tap in with me, man. Atlanta, tap in with me, man. Come get on the podcast. We working.
Well, 50 Cent hasn't let up on Big Meech at all. He's going in on Big Meech. He's got this documentary dropping. I heard the documentary was going to drop in June, and which we just found out today the BMF comes back in June. So this full 50 is going to really go hard come June with the TV show. You know, there's pretty nasty work on him, man.
Nasty work. So I personally feel Big Meech should have just came home, aligned himself with 50, did his back welcome home concert with 50. I think he should have just ran the course with 50 before he branched out. You know, I just feel like amongst black men, being a player and having etiquette is becoming a lost art. Because 50 did a lot for Lil Meech, got him hot. Because me and my homies had booked him for a show. Shout out Brad at Street Bullies. We had booked him for a show in Louisville, and he don't even do nothing. He don't rap. You feel me? It's not like he a highly accredited actor. You know, you're not gonna see him in no other platforms and shows. You feel me? He was playing his father. You know, 50 paid for him to get his acting together, put him in position to win. Meech came home. You know, and obviously 50 set on this information, but you know him and Ross don't get along. Because remember we talked about Terry taking their photo with Supreme's son? Then Supreme come out and say he ain't spoke to that dude in 7 years. Cloud chasing, weirdo activity. I wouldn't have took that photo with Ross. And then you see Meech in the comments saying, man, fuck, in the text, Ross. He was just helping my pops pay his bills. Then you see them in the club together. Dork shit. I mean, I feel like 50 have every right to go after motherfuckers. Why would you have done that? Would you have done that? Would you have came home? Would you even went around Ross at all?
So for me, man, you know, I have a couple ways of viewing this, man. Look, man, when you're making money with somebody and, you know, you have a lot of business with them and they're adding a lot of value to your life, you know, sometimes you have to play by their rules.
Bingo,
you know?
Bingo.
You know, me personally, though, I don't think it was a big deal, him linking up with Ross. I mean, if I was in a position and somebody who I really f***ed with, you know, was getting money with somebody I don't like, I wouldn't hate on that, bro, because I would be like, bro, get your money. You know what I'm saying? Because I f*** with you and I want to see you win. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I mean, sometimes everybody don't view shit your way. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't see the world your way. So, you know, you know, if you deal with 50, you got to know what comes with it, man. You got to be ready to beef with whoever he beefs with, or don't f*** with 50.
I'm glad you said that, bro. Because when you being a boss, you got to know who your men are. You got to know everybody's personality. You got to know their weaknesses and their strengths. If I know that my homie is a lot more sensitive because people have tried to murder him, and I know he's gonna interpret any funny shit as an attempt on his life, I'm gonna move a certain way around him. I'm not gonna have him in certain places. And that's exactly what's going on. You feel me? 50 come from a crazy 90s era. He been to jail before. He's had multiple attempts on his life. He know how he got violence in his toolbox. We've seen how he beefed with Ross and Ja Rule and everybody. And I always say this, man, no man is bigger than the program. Point blank, period. And that's what we watching right now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy Wano's World. Me and him had a crazy conversation about this. And, you know, in his mind, he feel like 50 being a hater. Do you feel like that?
I feel like 50's making a big deal out of something that's really not a big deal. You know, I feel like he expects Big Meech to treat him the way Tony Yayo treats him. I feel like he expects Big Meech to act like they grew up together just because he put a little bit of money in his pocket. He helped his son and they did the show together, you know? And I wouldn't, me personally, I wouldn't expect that type of loyalty from somebody who I never even met. You know what I'm saying? They just met when he got out of jail. They probably didn't even meet before he went to jail. You know, 50 said he never was around BMF when they were lit. So, expecting somebody to be loyal to you just because you put some money in your pocket, I think you're going to be let down. You know, I think loyalty has to come with time, you know, respect and build off a relationship, you know, out of knowing each other and out of love for each other, man. I don't think it just comes, you know, just money, bro. I don't think money is enough. I don't think you can buy loyalty, dog. It's something that you get with time, you know?
Fact.
And actions, bro, and getting to know somebody, you know?
50 said this. He said he would rather people respect and fear him than love him because he's had people who loved him do something crazy and then just say they sorry. But people who respect him and fear him wouldn't do that in the first place. So you 100% right. You know what I'm saying? But Meech don't have that connection to him. Meech his own boss. He probably look at 50 as a rapper. This is why in our community, we have to start having round tables. We have to start opening up the floor for dialogue. No cameras, no content creation, no internet bullshit. Have to start sitting down at the round table and addressing issues like men really used to do. Because now guys coming to the internet causing an uproar when they could have sat in front of each other and ended the problem. Because it's nobody wins when the family feuds. You feel me? Shout out Hove. And when it boils down to it, who's really gonna benefit from this? Nobody. Nobody. And I just think it's crass. I think the abundance of negativity is causing our culture to get watered down. You know, that's why you see, I'm waiting for everybody to just start putting on nail polish and dresses. You know, I'm waiting to see that because that's all it can be. How all of the dudes is acting, the females is linking up fighting each other. All on the TV shows, out in the street, and guys is arguing. Going back and forth, screaming on Clubhouse. I call it Zest House. You feel me? Just screaming on Zest House, making posts, just goofball, corny, man. I think they need to sit down, man. I think they need to get that together because was 50 sitting on this information the whole time?
50 Cent has been called out for selective politicking, yes.
Ooh, selective politicking. That's a key point. That's a key point. Because, but here's the thing though, just how 50 had that recorded conversation, the Young Bucky's on there crying, he sat on that until Young Buck flipped. Young Buck traded on, he dropped that. You gotta know who you dealing with. You gotta know this is a person right here who expects people to trade on him. He's expecting betrayal, so he's gonna position himself to be ready for it. If you a boss, you should know this. I digress.
42 Doug got some backlash from 50 for giving Meech $100K. Like, damn, I can't imagine the big Meech needed $100K.
Man, bro, he gonna need 100. He been gone, what, 20 years? He been gone 20 years, and you seen Lil Meech just said to 50, like, man, he went over to Ross because Ross gave him some money to pay his bills. He not selling bricks no more. He been off the street 20 years, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure there's been several other raids that took place while he was locked up, trying to seize more of his assets, anything that they could find. And you know, he gonna need that 100K, bro. But for 50 to be mad about that is crazy.
He should have at least, I mean, don't you think he at least made a couple mil from the BMF TV show?
You see how they living? You see them big chains they got? I'm sure motherfuckers got mansions, cars, kids, bills. When did BMF come out? What year was that? How long ago was that? About 4 years ago?
They're on their 4th season, right? Yep, their 4th season starting in June.
You know, just like I know, Cam, $1 million, and you living the rapper life.
He was in jail. He was in jail though, bro. So I don't.
He still got wife, kids. He gonna need that 100, bro. And then you know he a legend. A lot of people, he affected the culture in a major way. You know, when Rowdy Rebel came home, a lot of people hit him with some money. Boosie came home, a lot of people hit him with some money. That's part of the culture. So I feel like a round table should have been called previously, because now things is liable to get out of hand now. We never seen Meech on a rap song.
You think we're gonna hear Meech rapping?
Yes. Yes, I do. Expect that. Expect that.
A lot of people think that Ross is fucking with him because he made all that money off that song that he did, what was it, like 10 plus years ago? I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover. So he kind of owes Meech some money.
When that song came out, that's probably like the hottest I ever seen a rapper that I ever saw. The photograph with Rick Ross and Larry Hoover Jr. in the club, I took that picture. People was confronting Ross everywhere about the words he said in that song. Even some of the BMF guys for saying he think he Big Meech. So you just made a valid point right there, because he know he almost solid. He know he almost solid, and you beefing with his main op. Come on over to MMG Estates, man. Come on over there. And then you see Ross saying he want to buy 50 masters and all of that. This is what I'm saying. If it's real gangster going on, there needs to be a round table, because the GD showed up to Club Vibe on 1534 Kingsbury, 100 deep, with Larry Hoover Jr., 100 deep, to confront Ross about saying the old man name in the song. When they got into the section, because James Fears was Ross' bodyguard, and he had another guy with him when they got there. And then the same night, the court had served Ross with papers because they had beat a dude, beat another dude, another club who they had reached and touched Ross' chain. You see what I'm saying? So I was there for this. I know how serious it could get. The photo of Larry Hoover Jr. and Rick Ross, when they shake it, I was right there for the conversation. I heard the conversation. I took the photo. They had the round table right there though in the club, and they got it together. So when it come to Meech had guys getting BMF tats on their face in the pen. He got charisma, he got leadership skills, he know what to say, he know what to do. He got love, respect, and reverence. We still ain't seen no black and white of him saying anything about anybody. So for 50 to sit on this information, he planned to get backtracked. He planned to get backdoored. He planned to get crossed because he expected a certain type of loyalty from Meech for what he did for Lil Meech, but what he did by getting the BMF name popping again. Because I believe 50 owned the rights to BMF, right or wrong.
Yep, that's what they say.
He owned the rights to it. So if this man owned the rights to your brand, stay the course. Run this out until you can run your cheese up, purchase your rights back, and then branch off, do your own thing. That's weird shit. I'm not mad at 50 about this because at the end of the day, motherfuckers, people got a lot to be players again, bro. People gotta learn how to really keep it gangster. If you booked and somebody who not related to your son put him in the game to be great, that should count for something, bro. Don't go over here taking pictures with motherfuckers. Preem tried to have him killed.
Now that one, when T took a picture with Preem's son, that was a little fucked up because they got real beef.
And then Preem called and
They got
said,
real beef, bro. That's
real
different.
smoke.
Let me just say that's different than Rick Ross on some internet beef, bro.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Supreme shit is real. So I feel like 50 had a right to be upset about that.
Right. Now, let's take the situation with Ross though. Like, somebody called 50 label and told him to fall back because he was killing them online. But the thing was, at that time, they was both signed to labels. And the people who cut the checks is worried about their intellectual property getting damaged. It's the same situation we've seen with Drake and Kendrick. Drake ain't trying to sue Kendrick. But the label who gave him that $50 million bonus is like, hold on. Y'all damaging our intellectual property. Y'all playing with the cheese. So now we're gonna have to see y'all in court about this. It's all the same shit. But with this situation, these guys claim to be street gangster, operating amongst those social norms. Why can't motherfuckers get on the phone call and meet up? Because when I've had very similar situations with people and there was real problems, but ain't nobody died, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy Philio, he told me a similar situation, you feel me? I pushed up on and we have a conversation, a dialogue about it before it get out of hand. Because people loyal to 50 might see Lil Meech somewhere. Then y'all go, 50 and Floyd don't get along. 50 and Ross don't get along. Then y'all go link up with them. That's crazy to me. You don't think that's weird? So now y'all gonna hang with everybody that he beef with. And y'all know he petty and he hold grudges. And he believe it's you when you living and it's you when you dead. He was dissing Irv Gotti when he was dead. You think he's finna change? No. You a boss, you gotta know who you dealing with. You gotta know the ins and outs of this shit, you feel me? I just feel like people ain't moving how they supposed to move at all, bro, because, you know, with the little confrontations we be having, we got the up. We moving tack. You feel me? We gonna try to get up with, so you can't even get on the phone call with motherfuckers now because they recording every phone call like the police. Straight dorks, bro, like everybody dorks now. Like this just the zestiest era in history, you feel me? I'm getting ready to go to Gang University again. I'm gonna get my doctorate in zestology this time because like my PhD is cool, but I gotta get that next level because I don't understand what's going on. Because we watching the giants of our community act just like the little females on that baddie show. But ain't nobody fighting each other. We just arguing and screaming and basically pulling hair. Dork shit to me, I ain't gonna back with you. Shout out Big Dugas, man. Go get that Baby Gang Chief is out right now, tearing up the streams. Go get that Baby Gang Chief. The world in a bad place, Cam.
You know, I wanted to get your take on this, man. Trump came out and said that he's ready to give all drug dealers the death penalty.
Here's the thing with this. So, Venezuela had, I believe it's Venezuela. Let me fact check this real quick before they be trying to kill me in the comments. I believe the Venezuelan president, because I know Venezuela used to be dangerous. It's not them. What is that country? El Salvador. Okay, there we go. El Salvador used to be overridden with gangs and drugs. The policies he implemented, now El Salvador is listed as probably one of the safest countries in the world. She is mimicking that. But the reason he's saying that is because he declared war against the cartels. And a lot of cartel leaders get captured here in the United States. So he's saying that so they flee, so they leave. And he's also saying that because there is a group of people who want America to be back in its glory days where people had money and the majority of the suburbs were safe. So now they going back to that mode. In order to accomplish that, you're gonna have to have harsh penalties. Now, also you've seen that Mexico has caved and they have extradited 39 cartel leaders here to the United States. So now he wants to put into the ether that, look, these guys are getting executed. Because, you know, in Sweden, they have the same amount of guns per capita as we do here. Never had a school shooter, never had a mass shooter. We have one here almost once a month. Why is that? The opioid crisis, the fentanyl crisis, has a direct effect on the mental health crisis here in this country. In order to clean up the country, in order to stop people from breaking down and committing these atrocities, drugs play a role. What affects a lot of people's mental health? The onset of drugs, the availability of drugs. Because you can get gun and drugs before you can get anything else of value. To get a house, you gotta have good credit. You gotta have 3 times the rent. To get a car, you gotta be able to take out an auto loan mostly. To go to school, you gotta take out a loan, but you can get a gun and drugs. You got $300, you can get all of that in a few hours. That's a problem. Something needs to be done, for sure. Straight up and down.
Well, you know, back in the day, you know, drugs didn't really kill a lot of people. You know, like now it's like this fentanyl crisis is just, you know, it's killing so many people that, you know, if you're a drug dealer, you potentially could kill people versus, you know, 10, 15 years ago, it was like if you were a drug dealer, you know, your clients didn't die. Very, you know, if they did, it was rare.
For sure.
You know, it was very rare for, like, you know, unless you're selling maybe coke, but, you know, if you're selling crack, if you're selling dope or meth, you know, these people didn't die. At least not for 30, 40 years.
You're right. You ever seen somebody overdose on crack?
You know what I mean? Like, it don't happen.
I never seen a crack overdose. I seen people, you know, be addicted to heroin 20, 30 years, keep a job, raise a family, have a car. Enough fentanyl the size of your pinky fingernails enough to kill you. And then you got people cutting cocaine with fentanyl. A upper and a downer. You know, I know some guys who did that and they was working for a certain cartel and they gone now. Like, you can't even find them nowhere no more. They mom called, said, they got a phone call, motherfucker said, Mom, he was in, they all gone. It was like a group of 6 of them, they gone. So they ain't playing about people doing that, you feel me? And then, you know, a lot of fentanyl is coming in from China. Like, it's Trump got an uphill battle. You know, the Democrats spent $140 million on making transgender animals. And you could have used that money to sew up the border and to prevent a lot of these drugs from coming through. The death penalties for drug dealers is crazy. It needs to be an immediate death penalty for pedophiles and child rapists as well, though. Because, you know, they'll give a drug dealer 50 years and let a pedophile out in 2. A lot of flaws in society right now. It's looking real suspicious to me, for sure. But, you know, Trump doing what he got to do, man. You know, you got to have law and order if you commander-in-chief, straight up.
Well, you know, one guy who's been going crazy viral, man, and, you know, he's from the West Coast. And, you know, he's been making a lot of noise, man. He's known for his Jailhouse squabbles, man. And that is 4 Extra. Have you had a chance to check any of his stuff out?
Yeah, I didn't check out 4 Extras. They say they asked him what he want for Christmas. He said he want 2 squabbles and a fade. On the gas. He say he get busy. I mean, I ain't never seen nobody like that in Chicago, you feel me? But you can tell the way he feel about how people feel about being Muslim and how people feel about being Christian, that's how he feel about being a Crip. You feel me? That's how he feel about, where you from, 40s?
Yeah.
He one of the gloves, that's how he feel about that, you feel me? You know, I always respect a man who stand on all 10 about his beliefs, you feel me? I hope he can stay out of jail. Like, I hate seeing he keep getting locked up. I think the most recent violation was what, a domestic situation?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, man.
I'm not sure.
Free 4 Extras. That song he got off the back, decent.
Why do you say you've never seen somebody like him in Chicago?
Oh, yeah, bro. You ain't gonna make it through the summer. Cause like, you pressing people like that, they finna smoke you fast. Fast. It ain't no asking nobody where you from. Like, where we come from, you ask somebody that, and they finna pop you. He too big for that. Like, trying to fight, well, hell no, you not finna, ain't no squabbles. We only fight our guys. Like, we only gonna fight, like, our homies. And, like, we only gonna fight our brothers, really, bro. And, like, if we see some enemies and we fight them, it's cause we don't got no guns in here. Like, we in the club, you might see somebody get stumped out at the Dave & Buster's or at the club or something like that. Other than that, motherfuckers catching hazard, bro. Ain't nobody finna fight with you.
Okay, so I see that in Chicago, right? So
Right.
In California, if we see somebody that, oh, look, he look like he gangbang, he look like he might be an enemy, we hit him up. Where you from? Where you gangbang? You know what I'm saying? And then depending on what they say, it goes down. So in Chicago, if you see somebody but you don't know for sure, you just keep walking. Like, how do y'all, you know what I'm saying, handle that situation?
Bro, look, we know who our ops is, bro. We study them.
You might not know though. He might be a youngster. He might be somebody who's new. You know what I'm saying? They might be like, he looked like somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you know? You know what I'm saying? You can't know everybody. You can't know every one of your ops.
It'll be something like this, like, what y'all is? Are y'all that? Is y'all cool or is that? All right, then we're gonna be smooth in here. Other than that, it's over with, boy. Cause like, I ain't gonna lie, like I done been places, I done been at a podcast before, and one of my guys seen somebody and was like, hey, what you is? You from where? Hold on. And then they called. And they said, hey, you know this nigga right here? If not, we finna smoke his ass. They knew him, so they left it alone. It's not finna be no squabbling though, bro. It's not finna be none of that. Because after you fight, you know it's finna be gunplay. So you might as well just smoke them now and then just, cause it's already that. No, it ain't finna be no, hell no. Hell no. It's like, what you is? What y'all is? Oh. Cause where we at, like, bro, we know, we call our ops. Like, We stalking the live every day. We operate a lot more advanced, bro. Like it ain't no. Cause if you did something to one of our people, we gonna do our homework on you. We gonna know that's you. We ain't gonna have to ask nothing. We gonna know who y'all shorties is and everything.
So then, I think what you're saying is, if you don't know the guy, then he's probably not that important anyway.
Facts. We're not even gonna say nothing.
Even if he is from a rival gang, if you don't know him, it's not probably that big of a.
Yeah, not even gonna say nothing. Cause in the city, we be masked up. Like, if we not even gonna say nothing. You feel me? Unless motherfucker get to staring too hard, then it's like, hold on. Cause like, when we go to stores, like, we just gonna have a joint out. You know, we just gonna have it out, you feel me, while we getting our shit? Cause like, cause it's happening fast, bro. Like, it ain't no negotiations, it ain't no argument. And half the time, if you look wrong, motherfucker's gonna blow you down. Like, that asking shit, that shit kind of dead. I ain't gonna lie to you, like, boy, hell no, man. Motherfuckers finna up and start getting wild. If you look wrong, if you start staring too long, when you loafing a little too hard in the area, motherfuckers will say, hey man, move around, what's that? Straight like that. It ain't no asking you shit. Call 911, we ask you something like that.
One of the other things that's been in the news that's been kind of crazy is all these planes crashing. I think there was even another problem to another plane crash just today out in Texas. One person, only one person died, but I mean, it's like, I don't ever remember a time in history where I seen this many plane crashes.
And I said this was gonna happen. I told motherfuckers this was gonna happen. Retired FBI agent John D'Souza said a couple years ago, after they announced the UFO shit, you're gonna start seeing planes fall out the sky because you got two things going on. You got Chinese hackers messing with the automation systems on planes. Then you see them pass bills about high-speed rail systems getting implemented into the United States of America. If you want everybody to get on your train and stop riding planes, what do? You make the planes seem unsafe. Most of these planes have autopilot systems that can be hacked. When we seen that Black Hawk helicopter crash into that passenger plane, there was no manifest release from that Black Hawk helicopter showing anybody on board. They hacked the plane, put it in the air, crashed it into the plane. This is what's going on, bro. I've been saying it. It's gonna happen some more. Point blank period. When you see them passing bills implementing boring systems to put high-speed rail systems, bullet trains is coming. You want everybody to get on your bullet train? More people used to die from car crashes than died from planes. Now we've seen the most plane crashes in history. It's not a coincidence. And I was the first person to come out and say it online, period. And the next thing we're gonna see is we're gonna start seeing power outages in certain areas. The U.S. Justice Department said they have caught hundreds of Chinese hackers setting up offices and office buildings. It's at the Justice Department website, blatantly attacking U.S. infrastructure. Point blank period. That's what's going on. You heard it right here. That's the facts.
It's gonna be wild, man.
For sure.
Well, BH, man, I really appreciate you.
Appreciate you, brother. We did it again. This is a good one. Right here.
Killed it again, man.
Yes, sir.
Lots going on, man. You got a lot of stuff, man.
Next week.
Looking forward to see what the next thing's gonna be.
When I go on Piers Morgan in London next week, I'm about to go viral again. I'm gonna drop a bomb on these. They better stop playing with me. I'm going to London. I'm going in studio with Piers Morgan.
Man, congratulations, man. That's dope, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's That's even more dope when, you know what I'm saying, you can be flown around the world and somebody's paying you to do it, bro. That's dope.
And I'm blessed, man. I'm thankful. I ain't been to my crib in 31 days.
Damn.
Just calling down.
Good shit. Well, all right, bro.
Appreciate you, Cam.
For sure. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Take care. What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.